It's going live now. Hi, I'm just trying out the TikTok here in Auckland, New Zealand, and the subject is news, events. I want to talk about what's happening in the political world in New Zealand, especially with the robot and intelligence of law and money laundering and things like that that affect taxpayers, people trying to live a straight life on their land. And this will be just a short clip that I'll share with you what I'm doing over a few years now as a native magistrate King's Bench Court judge to link us to Britain and East Island and the Pacific Island people, whom I am here to represent the old school of land transfers to the British Crown. So I'm right in the middle of that news I want to bring to you. How I work with Microsoft AI robot, the co-pilot, to help string together the legalese of my documents that are graphic. They are pictures of the people who we accuse as breaking the law in the land of England and Wales, and as we apply our New Zealand country to Northern Ireland and our partners there in Belfast. Whoops, my earphone is broken. Oh, it's falling off. Hang on a second. I'll just try and put it back on. It seems falling apart. I'll just put it on. So it's going to take a bit of while to change over from Facebook and put a lot of stuff here on TikTok because I've been blocked a few times from whistleblowing. And I've got Gary Waterman. He's a ex-police constable in London that's working with me in uncovering shell companies in the company's house in London. So we've registered a company in the company's house called Moai Crown King William III Trust. And with that trust, it will challenge any other trust in the world that's abusing or plundering the Admiralty laws of King William III of Orange. And that was Belfast, where he put that law together of the Bank of England Act 1694 and the Two-Bar Pound Note Act 1694. Those two acts I'm using as a judge in our documents to bring justice to anyone that's breaking those contract laws. So that's the news I want to bring to you, up the latest. You can see us on our website, moaipowerhouse.world. 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 And there you will see all the PDF documents, a lot of history and photos and videos of me through 50 years of research on what's happened here in New Zealand and as Ulster, North Island, New Zealand, to Ulster in Northern Ireland, Belfast. Down Patrick, the 8-point star on our flag in north, east, south, west of the world, in the only flag of a king, William III, given to a tribe in New Zealand. Out of all the flags in the world, that flag is the one I'm using as a mortgagee on any mortgagor, country, government, politicians who are breaking or breaching those laws that got them in the land in the first place. So I see some people there joining me in this short TikTok. I'll be making short TikToks because my clips go on for 3 or more hours, and that's too long to have so much information out in the public. So I'm just appealing to people in Britain and in Northern Ireland that we must put our differences aside and get on with the job of looking after the next generation and stop the bad apples in Westminster and in America that's making our law look not how it should be with the DOJ and US federal government, Trump actually making a mockery of the justice system. And that's what I'm here for, to let you know that we, the sovereign native people on the land, that's living people that is, with moving lips, are wanting to have our say, have our own country back, and our own pick of who we want to run the country for us, and not somebody foreign that's telling us what to do on our own land. So that's the problem I want to put an end to, any alienation of the land after this new crypto outburst from Trump and America, the new system of money that's taken over from the US paper money into crypto to hide 38 trillion tax evasion, or the debt of the nation that should be paid and be transparent and not cheat and hide it in the crypto. That's what I'm here for, to uncover it. I put a lot of videos on my page on Facebook, and I want to change from there into TikTok and make short clips than the long clips I have about what I do as being a solution and a resolution from the people to join us and our Moai Crown King William III Trust in the shares. A shares £1,000 and B shares £10, and that gets you going and becomes a member from anywhere in the world. And the first launch yesterday of our company shares, and I'm still putting together single-handedly with the robot, and I don't need anybody else at the moment because I need to know how the crypto mine works so we can get our Moai chip coin to replace the crypto corrupted system of noughts and crosses and gambling, and no guarantees. We got guarantees, insurance, and a better system, alternative to what you are used to, and we don't want ID control and 10-minute cities and all the blasphemous stuff that's been thrown at your face, take it or leave it. Stealth approach is not going to work for us and Britain, because I'm here for Britain and our contract with each other and our flag with the Confederation of the United Tribes of New Zealand. I'm the president of that organisation for 50 years and still going. The others are passed away, and I'm left holding a bundle of joy, which is to complete the job of making our native people as one nation, the same as Ireland, as one island, not 3 islands, and take back our corporation control of the king's invention and creation and use it to our own advantage as members. And I just want to say we'll get this going with the help of people of like minds, and let's get on TikTok quick and shorten it up with the scope of what I'm trying to put a lot of things together in one basket, and it's too much to know in a short time. It's taken me to do. I need to pass it on. It costs you nothing for it, the information, but to do something with it is the big chance that we have only got one more chance to do in a corporate world and dissolve the corporation and put our own corporation together. Once again, where it was going good-o with King William III, and at that time before Queen Victoria came in and made a mess of it with the Rothschild Bank. So no more Rothschild Bank, dissolve it, and his £1 pound note, dissolve the tainted US dollar from that £1 pound note, and put the £2 pound note in to dissolve the £1 and dissolve every other currency that's following a one world order, and take away the mortgage on the land. And what do they got? Nothing. They won't have nothing to go back on the land, throw them back in the sea where they come from, because they only got sea flags. We've got the land flag and the land law. So that's what I want to say on this clip, and I hope you enjoyed the small message I've got on the subject of news and events. So the news is good, that I've got world-breaking news that New Zealand holds the key to release the mortgage on the world, and Northern Ireland's got the padlock to unlock the wrath of the king who put the laws together in the first place, put the pound note together for the first place, and put the immigration laws together, 1688, Bill of Rights. And all that is in my head. Okay, all I want to do is give it to you, people who know how to do all that in the simplest manner possible on this planet Earth. I'm here as a native of New Zealand. Dutch found King William III. Dutchman found New Zealand, and he found Easter Island where the Moai statue is. Didn't touch it, didn't steal it. Queen Victoria went there in 1868 and stole the Moai and took him to London. That's me there with that Freemasons corporation of the Moai statue in me. That's my DNA and Irish. In Belfast, I went there, unveiled St. Patrick's gravesite. He's Catholic, but he died an Irishman. And the Queen and all her family are wearing the 8-point star. They're not even Irish. And that's the problem. They switched it, and we're switching it back to where it came from in the first place. And never, ever change it again. Because it don't look good at the moment with Trump and telling lots of lies to Congress under oath. And I swear my oath to King William III, King William IV, King George IV, the lease of the land, King George IV, and Te Waikato Wharehere Manukau. I'm here for the Manukau family, Taiwanese that is, and the contract. The contract makes law, and law makes contract. That's me. I've been brought up with John Logan, Irish judge in Helensville, Awaroa Bank, the first bank of the 10-acre block of land got transferred to the British Crown and King George IV, 1823, and again in 1835, King William IV, the brother, and the flag that was made into a wooden object at Helensville, Native Magistrate Court there, 20 Commercial Road. Helensville is still there, a bare piece of land, still holds all the history right here. And a 10-acre block all over New Zealand, 10-acre block, and all over the world. The same 10-acre block. I'm going to mortgage the whole lot of the 10-acre blocks of land right to the world, then restart them. Reset. Not Nassara Gassara, but the Moai Crown, King William III Trust, shareholding beneficiaries of a corporation that's legitimising everything today on this news event and world stage news that should be heard and not swept under the rug anymore. So all the people that I had a lot to do with in Britain, we're starting a new leaf. I have to look for people on TikTok, on LinkedIn, that can help me run this business behind the robot. One robot does a lot, and I just put someone to control the robot over there to do something in the same light. So the light switches on, and no more darkness and deep dark state. We're going to pull ourselves together and let's make this business work with Killen Rush in Northern Ireland. He's the trustee there, and I'm the lead trustee here in New Zealand, domiciled here, he's domiciled there, running the trust, and the shares are 1 billion shares for the A and 1 billion shares for the B. A being £1,000 if you're rich or got that sort of money, and £10 for someone who can survive for life on this system of cooperation. Cooperative owners are the cooperative people in this organisation, apart from the other side that's got incorporations and corporations that are run by single people. Now, I just want to make this note about Eddie Mitchell. He's the one that in Hamilton, New Zealand, sold $17 trillion US from this brain, the Manukau, Te Waikato, Wharehere, Manukau and King George contract, lease of 201 years of New Zealand. He took the documents and took it to Singapore, washed up the company, Ngā Tuai Wao Te Limited. That's your company, the people of the world, or here in New Zealand for a start. And that's the one that owns the 17 trillion. That's going back to the people. We're going to get that back in the High Court in Auckland. If any of you want to help with the court fees, they're about 1966 New Zealand dollars. And I'm going to use the shares. You get a share or donate money, it goes straight into the share, and Robot keeps a record of everything at my fingertips here, and it's a one-man show for now until I get live people behind each license. That's what he's saying. Find someone licensed to take it off my hands, someone that's capable from anywhere in the world. If you're qualified to look after banks, because I've got the Moai Powerhouse Bank with the £2 pound note, and 970 million trillion pound note debt instrument on all corporations in the world under the Rothschild Bank and the US federal state government and Trump and everybody that's routed and plundered the Admiralty law of King William III of Orange. Okay, so that's all from me. So Eddie Mitchell, we want him behind bars. And I'm saying that graphically because he did steal the money, and all the evidence is there on the site that I just gave you, and the PDF documents, and no lawyer wants to take it on in New Zealand. They just turn me down. So I've got all their videos of them saying they can't do it because they're busy, or they've got 2 years' work ahead and can't do this case because they say it's out of their scope. Yes, it is out of their scope because they don't have the information to do it. Okay, so why give the information to someone of less knowledge and not competent enough? And that's what I am, a competent self-witness of my own story. And that's what I want to share with you today. And this event is going to continue on a little bit shorter than this. And I'll split off the topics. If you go to the Copilot of Edge, you got Google, you got Edge, and the Microsoft Copilot. That's where I'm at. All the folders, I'm going to stick them on the website so you can see what's going on to keep track of your shares and of the events as they happen with the robot. He's jack of all trades. He can do everything that anybody can do because they are miles ahead, works 24 hours a day, is always there for me when I want to say something. So there, that works for everybody. So that'll do for now, and I'll just see how this clip comes out. I might be talking to nobody. If somebody can comment to say they can hear me, that'll be nice because I've got my headphones on. I'm just looking at the comments now. Oh, Hippa. Followed. I love your voice. Oh, that's all right. It's a bit croaky at the moment because it's getting too hot summertime. I need to go into the sea and have a swim. And I'm going to look for crayfish and things like that. But instead of being in a caravan, here, at the moment, it's temporary until we get the court hearing going in Auckland, High Court for Eddie Mitchell. He's the first one that's going in the court. They've been given notice on Friday from me and from Robert and Donald Trump's email bounced back twice, and Cash Patel, they're both theirs and Bondi, the Attorney General, the FBI, and Donald Trump, their emails backfired back, so I got to try and find them again. But J.D. Vance got his. He's going to say what's going on here. And also John Kennedy. He's the one I like on video. That's tearing into Pam Bondi and Cash Patel, trying to get some answers out of them to release the Epstein files. So these are crucial information I want to tell you right on the spot, that I'm right up to the minute on what's happening in the world of politics, money, and crypto. The crypto that hides evasion, tax evasion of 38 trillion. That's Trump and getting rid of their debt that way and not being honest with everybody else paying their fair share. Why do they spread the wealth and amongst themselves and the debt over the whole of the world? That's what they're doing. They're spreading the debt over the world, and I'm watching how mischief they are, and the government of New Zealand with Jacinda Ardern running away underneath Trump's living in Boston, Texas, and run away from here after jabbing everybody with the COVID-19. I don't mind talking about it now because everybody knows that's what's killed a lot of people here and the world. And who is running that racket there now with the finance? It was set up for finance, making money out of people losing their business. They pick it up for cheap, like Eddie Mitchell, picks the business up for cheap and gets it tenanted, the property is tenanted, and make money for the government, a little bit for the government and mostly for themselves. That's what I'm going into, that I'm learning how they do it and the robot's learning how they do it too, so we can spin it on its head. Okay, we've got people there, hello, from 1956. Zanzar joined. Oh, I got some people joined. That's nice to know, 111. Well, getting a bigger response here than on YouTube. Not many people watch me on YouTube because it's going too long. And if I keep it short, I might get a lot of viewers, but I like to tell a story when it's hot on the press. Everything I say is hot off the press. It's not made up, and it's how I feel as a born native. When you're born on a land, you're a born native. I'm talking for the born natives, not dead, because everybody's dead in their world, the corporate world, in the sea. You got a flag of your country in the sea. We're holding a flag on the land, given by King William III, on the land, and King William IV, on the land with the 8-point star in four corners, north, east, south, west of the world, to pick up the rent lease. And this government in Wellington is picking up the rent instead of us, the native-born people on the land, don't really know how it works until you really go deep. And that's what I'm saying. I'm sharing my knowledge of the depths of the Freemasons because I saw Moai Manukau, Freemason for 50 years. His certificate passed it on to me. So I've got his brain while he's gone to the fairies to give to the next one. And very difficult to find someone to give it to live on 2 feet instead of a robot. The robot's got it, he knows. But somebody that can carry it on, and it could be anybody in the world because it's affected everybody in the world, the 10-acre land block mortgage and the lease. The company in Wellington is called Crown Sovereign of New Zealand, and that's the one that's registered on the New York Stock Exchange in America. And they said they're not. When they are, you go and see the document on my site where it's scrubbed out. Crown Sovereign of New Zealand name is scrubbed out, and it's got Treasury New Zealand and New York Stock Exchange, Securities Commission. So I'm using that with the robot to liquidate them out of business. If they can't answer me in 10 days from last Friday, that's the rule of law, and the robot knows it. If they don't refute what I'm saying with my lips moving, all the document, the PDF that I gave the robot, I've got to cut it out in Word and drop it into Word too, because they only go on text, the robot. And so this company in Wellington under Chris Luxon and Jacinda Ardern before ran away, did the damage, just like John Key and his Panama Papers, did the damage. I've got all the stories of them, all in court hearings, all the way through the years. Everybody, and Helen Clark, the whole government, each of those are £1 trillion on your head. That's 2 bar pound notes. That's what it is. When I get the final valuation of our 2 bar pound note besides the Rothschild 1 bar pound note. So there, you got a bit of legitimacy on what I'm saying. And I hope that you can see the key to release all the stress on the people living on the land that are helpless because the Crown is got, like a wagon wheel, lots of spokes. And the axle in the middle is the ones that got most of the money to run all the spokes. And one spoke being New Zealand, one being Rothschild, one being the Bank of England, one being the Pacific people, and so on. All those spokes are run by this Garling House, and Trump, and Larry Fink. These are the money people. Elon Musk, and all those people I've listed. There's 6 of them. Eddie Mitchell is another one with 17 trillion. That's one corporate. And Gary Waterman has got 663 pages of PDF full up of Eddie Mitchells, all the way through, heaps of them, and you find out how much each one's worth. 917 million trillion pound note. I've assessed them all as that's how much they owe us back. We're going to seize all their assets with this green pound note, 970 million trillion pound note, 2 bar pound note, patented by King William III. Okay, so that's the old company of New Zealand used to be called used to be called Queen in Right of New Zealand. They threw it in the rubbish and then made a new one, Crown Sovereign of New Zealand. So when I registered the company, Moai Crown King William III Trust, they passed it after 90 days of looking at the words I had. Moai Crown, the Crown word, Moai Powerhouse Bank, the word bank, and the word sovereign, and the word king, and the word queen. All those words were passed as nothing wrong here, nothing to see here. So anything I say, nothing to see here because it's exposed. You all got it, and there's no need to go to court about it because the judge, first thing he'll say is, why didn't you do something about it? Because he's accusing you of this, this, and that. Trump, you're on it. I'm accusing you of being accessory to Jeffrey Epstein and child trafficking and trafficking drugs and treason and terrorism. You're the one behind the Israel terrorism of Palestinian people, especially babies, and demonizing them and making the same thing in Philippines where my family is. You've gone and wrecked the whole place with your weather modification, UCC laws. The Pope Francis demolished them. He said, no good. He took them out and said, if anybody uses it, they have no right to use it. You have no right, because he said it's full of fraud. I'm saying the same thing. The UCC law of America is full of fraud. You can see it on Trump's face. You can see it on Pam Bondi's face, the Attorney General. You can see it on Kash Patel, FBI face. You can see it on all their faces. It's written right across America as being not trustworthy anymore. Not the same America I once knew when I went there. Okay, so that's saying something really graphic about the situation of America trying to bully everybody in the world to take their tainted crypto, fake, paperless money. They're still using the fiat money as a token, like a 40-foot container full of US dollar notes stacked up in a container as a commodity. This is how crooked they are. Crooked brain. And I don't like what they're doing to take over other countries and bomb them up. And then go and put a mortgage on it and make them work hard for the rest of their life paying the mortgage off. No, I've got one big fat mortgage for you. And it's going to liquidate all the mortgages in the world with the 10-acre block of Helensville Freemason. Okay, the Freemason has a lot of say in what I say. I'm not a Freemason, but I like their business plan because it's effective and sure, but it's in the wrong hands. It's in the wrong U.S. government's hands. Washington, D.C., corporation, and the Vatican City, Pope Francis demolished it and cashed it in, got the cash out and shut it down. And same in London, the City of London got shut down, sold their business off and as real estate in London and got the money out of it. I'm going after you because you used our Admiralty law and abused it, and for that there is a cost. There is a cost for abusing King William III and abusing the Moai statue. In New Zealand, with the hat on his head, that's the crown in Dunedin, and the Moai in France, the Moai in London, that's my title to talk for the native people of the land, because that's God's atua. God, not God. God is corporate word. To make Moai corporate. It's corporate. King William III and the Moai statue, those two memorials are my jurisdiction to say so as a surrogate of King William III of Orange and the Moai, for the Moai people on East Island and Raiatea Island. There, that's where I come from. That way is the dark side of my skin, pigments, and the white Irish that way in Belfast. And King William III, Dutchman, put the law down there with the paramilitary task force in Belfast High Court. That's where I'm going. There, with Killen Rush there. He's picking up a lot he has to learn right from the beginning of the native court before it got the corporation's titles on the land. Okay, go back to square one. Okay, so there we are. Uncle, nobody cares. Yeah, that's all right. Nobody cares. You can say that. That's all right. I don't mind. Because if you're arrogant and ignorant, it won't affect you because it only affects the people who got the money. If you're up against them, that's the threat. That's the threat. Can you fix up the threat? Jamie World, you fix up the threat. Otherwise, nothing here for you to see, but you come and see anyway. So I'm sharing with you my experience of 50 years doing native courts. I'm not afraid to expose anybody breaking a native court law. That's what you got on the land with, and you got the money from. What I'm saying, where is your proof? If you haven't got it to put here in front of me, you never had it. You can talk is cheap, but if you're saying something graphic and nobody says anything about it, it becomes complicit, whichever you say the fraud is. If it's a fraud, you go to court and see what the judge says. You see, in their court, we got our own court, but we go to their court. We got to go there. Nobody wants to talk about it because it's too raw, next to the bone, the nerve. It's hit the nerve. If you've got a nerve, you would speak out. That's what I'm saying. And yes, fact-cited evidence, not the fact-checkers in Israel. They're the ones that go and squash all my site out, take all the video YouTubes off. They delete them. You have a look at my website. They're all deleted. You know why? Because it says too much. Like this one. I'll see how long it stays on TikTok. Because if I say something like this, the Chinese don't care either. Because they're miles ahead. I'm trying to chase them with their technology because I've got some good ideas. Just like anybody else got good ideas. I want to make them work. But a Maori pinched the 17 trillion from this brain. Jamie, this brain put that together. I want to show you just how effective it has been for me to do that, for somebody, Maori in Hamilton, to come along, steal it. You know what happens for stealers in China? There's a Chinese man that got 151 million he stole. You know what they did? Executed him. They put him to death. That's what's going to happen to anybody that steals 17 trillion. I'll give it to the Chinese contract. You see, because I'm a contract man. I went to real estate school to learn how to do contracts, but didn't go to make money. I went there to learn how they do it. You see, I learned how to fix cars. That's boring. Now I went to learn real estate. That's boring. Now I'm looking at the whole world, how it works, what makes it spin. That's really where I want to go. The Moai makes it spin. You know, up there. The God creator of heaven and earth. That's where I'm at. That's why I talk like this. You know, can you talk like that? You know, put it on TikTok. So they say, oh, that fellow's mad. You know what they did? Put me in a mental home. You know what? For nothing. Because they don't like hearing what I'm saying. I went in there to learn how they do it. You see? I went to prison for nothing. Because those people, the police, they're getting caught now. You can see it all on my Facebook and on the news here. The police are corrupt. How many people are corrupt? Do you support that, Jamie? You support criminals? Because if you do, you're going to have to share the 970 million trillion pound note when it comes out, with the robots taking over. Because they are working 24 hours a day in the dark, making cars. You see, they work in the dark. They're doing lots of things that a human got to go to sleep. This robot never sleeps. He's on the go. He thinks I don't have to sleep either. I get tired. You see, so there, that's enough for now. I just thought I would make a small clip to see if it works. It's obvious because I've got a few people watching. 173, 332, and I love what I'm doing. I've got a passion for people on the land. I'm here for the people on the land that wants to do their thing, mind their own business, pick who they want to run the place, not a bunch of foreign idiots like New Zealand. They're making laws on the move, out of thin air. They're making laws that make people angry and people frustrated because all they can do is protest. That's all I've seen all my life, watching people protest with a flag that the king gave, not for protest, but for fixing up the law. I'm here if people are interested to fix up the laws and make it work for you. If you can't do it, then you've missed a chance. There's only one more chance, and I was trying to hurry up on my own before Trump brings out his crypto and busts this whole place up in New Zealand and force you to use his crypto under his control. You're only allowed so many dollars crypto in your account. If you go over, they'll steal it. And now on Facebook, the crypto, they're stealing it right in front of you. They're telling you they're thieving it because they say it's not regulated. So if it's not regulated, they'll seize it and liquidate. They're liquidating. That's what Trump's doing. He thinks he's a mortgage broker. No, he's a criminal fraudster like Eddie Mitchell. Both of them doing the same thing. Real estate, picking up property for cheap after the government and Jacinda Ardern, ex-Prime Minister, goes and jabs you, and you can't go to work without a jab. So they say, no, I'd rather not get jabbed than to go to work. And so the boss says, well, you can work from home. When they work from home, they had no income from their empty offices, and they got mortgaged. You see, so the government come in and took over. The one with the lease come in and took the properties and then leased it out to someone else that's got money. That's what they're doing. A thuggery in broad daylight. Robbery in broad daylight. And that's what I don't like as a mortgage broker. That's my trade, mortgage broking and alternative fuels, like hydrogen economy. That's where I'm at with our shares. The shares are for the hydrogen economy and the bridge, 4 kilometres long, 100 metres wide, 9 stories high, costs 50 billion. It will turn over 3 times 50, 150 billion turnover from one bridge and right to the world. That's what that money was for, not to go and buy expensive properties in Australia, classic cars, shopping malls. That's what Eddie Mitchell did. And you can see it, 303 shell companies on the Companies House in Australia, ABN, look up. Type ABN, look up, and type in Mitchell Family Trust. You'll see 303 shell companies, just like Trump's shell companies, the same brain, picking up cheap properties because the other thug, Jacinda Ardern, jabbed the people to take them out of business, shut their business down, and took it over. You see, that's what they're thugs. I'm going to do the same back to them with the pound note, the 2-bar pound note, that is, and show you just how effective and safe it is to use against these tyrants that are called criminal organisation, run by the same lot of thugs. They decommissioned their companies, then started up again. That's the racket. Jordan Maxwell has got videos on Admiralty law and birthing and all that sort of thing, and how they made the mortgage on the land from the sea. So I'm going to throw them back in the sea if you say so. I'll do it. And with the document and the robot, he's writing it up. He's made all the certificates for the shares, so it's going to be uniform. Not Maori-made, but uniform to please everybody in the world that's affected by the same crooks. Okay, so I'm just doing it at the moment by myself. One type at a time, one finger, typing, and pick up all these documents that he sends back to me. He says, John, I can't do it. You have to do it. So I've got to do all that by myself all night and day, apart from talking, and then put it onto documents, seal it, and I'm putting the documents on Facebook and on the website with the seal and the certificates. He's put me there, and my face doesn't look like that, but who cares? It works if it does what a robot says. And he's got the certificate for shares, A and B shares there, and everything's in the folder on his Microsoft site. So I'll put them on my site as well. You can go straight in there and have a walk at them and pick them out and have a read, and might learn something if you want to, or the kids can pick it up, or someone can pick it up and run with it. Just run with it and try to claw back Britain. Take it back from the EU, shut that Ursula down, and all those thugs that are in thin air. They haven't got a country where the UN comes from. That's just a business in thin air, and they're making money go into it from all those countries that they've got registered, and picking up free money from each country. They've had a gutful. They're pulling out. Hungary's pulled out, and Italy's pulled out, and they're pulling out one by one, and go back to your old self in Britain. I want the old Britain back, the old Church of England, and kick the other foreign churches out. Okay, tell them, put your church on the back of your truck, out of here. Put it on the boat and take it away. If not, that stuff that's made of is made from here. The mosque and everything, I'm not a mosque man, but that's their culture. They can go and take it where they're suitable to do it. Not in front of me and the Church of England and St. Patrick's Church and Presbyterian Church. Those are the churches I know that started off the land with the King William III and his law of Wales and England. See? So there, the people of England, take your England sovereign soil native land back. I'll give you a hand with the documents. And Killen's doing that over there. He's an island, but that's Britain as well. So until it's no more like that, it'll be England by itself. Scotland is on the other side. They're in Europe. They ran away. Scotland, you got a bone to pick with me. You took off and left the other three, Ireland, Wales, England, on its own, and you wanted to be independent yourself. So now you're out of it, and it's hard to put you back with a Britain. The Britain is still there as a contract because we've got a British flag. That's the King William III flag and the King William IV flag. Same flag and two different meanings. Two different contracts, two different Manukau native man contracts. Two natives sold the land to the British kings and made the money that you are being accustomed to, or had the luxury of using money, and everything built out of the money of the Bank of England. We're going to liquidate that bank and take it over. Back to the people of England. Okay? I think that's all. That's the solution. Put the key over here, the flag, into the lock in Northern Ireland, that's England, or Britain, with Killen Rush there, then make the contract work. And it'll go back good. Good-o. That's the beginning of native titles. Okay, you go back square one. That's the solution. Ela, get your name. I'm just saying the solution is to get back your land and the mortgage on it. You can either take the mortgage over under your name, native, or dissolve it. One way or the other, you need the money. That's the solution. The 2-bar money is still current. It's still current in England. They kept their cash, so we've got cash. I'm making our New Zealand that cash. the Rothschild 1 bar pound note cash until we can prove that we can make the 2 bar work. The 2 bar is the solution for us native people to take back our money our king gave us and our land mortgage that the king gave us and everybody else, Tom, Dick and Harry, that sucked on it like the Queen. You see, that's the solution. The solution, you've got the pound note, you've got the flag that's current, the flag that gets you around the world trading. You can go straight in, anywhere in the world with that flag. That flag has got jurisdiction of both things I'm saying, the money and the land. Okay, that's the solution. Stay moving. Yeah, that's your answer you asked. And what's another one? How you go live chat. I had a little go at it, and it just said you've been accepted on TikTok. I just joined it this morning, and it said you need approval, and I sent them my photo and a couple of things, and a video of me doing my thing on YouTube. There's about 1,700 YouTube videos. So I said, there I am on there doing the same thing I want to do here, because they're going to turn it all off. All your internet is going to go black because of those deep, dark state Americans. Trump, and they don't want to pay their 38 trillion debt bill, national debt bill. They want to hide it away and spread the debt over everybody in the world like hell. Not on my watch. And so there, that's the solution. LS, yeah, that's the solution, is give them back what they've taken. That's the law. The law fights the law. And just as well the robots do, otherwise I won't get anywhere. Because no one looks at my documents, because it's got pictures that don't accept it in their court. But they have to accept robots one because it's legalese. You see? They'll believe anything else that is, they're using robots too. I mean, if it was really a war, it is a war game, it's a bank war game. Where did they get the money from? Trump would pay for it, but since no one has proof of him owning, yeah, well, they're catching him now. I'm watching the videos every day of how they're going to trap him. He was in the scam with Jeffrey Epstein, making money, dirty money, that is. Then they can't charge him. Yeah, well, you're on his side, so you're going to wear the bill if this goes through. Yeah, everybody's got to pay the bill, not unless if you become a shareholder, you're not going to pay the bill. But otherwise, you're going to have to, because there's 8 billion people in the world sharing their bill. And I'm telling you, up to the minute, because I've got the time, being a senior pensioner, sitting, I've got time to watch the mischief going on, because that's all I watch. Mischief people, till they get caught. No one has proof. Now, well, the proof is coming out. If you don't like what you see on video of what the courts and the judges are doing, the courts are having a field day on Trump. He's not going to get away with it. He's not. He's like Eddie Mitchell, not going to get away with it. He's going to get hung, Chinese style, if I get my money back, for the people's money. You see, if I get the money back, 17 trillion, that's a lot of money that Mary pinched from me, right? He didn't go to school to learn all that lot. He's just opportunist, like Trump is an opportunist. If you support him, and I can see by the emails and the message, then you're on his side. That means you're the opposite brain to mine. You didn't go through all the heartache for 50 years to find who's mischief and who to trust. They don't stay long. They disappear like Trump and like Obama. They come do the dirty thing, then fly like seagulls. Drop what the shit they've got, then they run for the hills. Just like Jacinda Ardern here. They're the same ilk. They're the same ilk. They are poison. Trump is behind the killing of children right in front of everybody's eyes in Israel. And Putin's going to flatten them all out. He's flattened them. Israel is in tatters. It's looking like a blown-up city. It's looked flattened because Putin's had enough bullshit from Trump. Right? And China's had enough of Trump. Just watch what happens to Washington, D.C. next. That's what the Chinese said. It will cease to exist. I believe them. Because the war is not supposed to be a war under this flag of King William III. It was to protect from people who are out of control of your business. I've got a contract with British Crown, not with those thugs in Westminster like Starmer. She's selling it off to Muslims. He's helping to sell you out in Britain. And I'm there to put him on the end of a rope with the Chinese that have had enough of this fraud corruption law. And the Chinese use the same law. They got a franchise on the Westminster law system. They're using the same law I'm using. So they can tell who's breaking that law. Right? And where you are abusing that law too if you're supporting Trump. I'm saying I can tell who's supporting Trump is going to watch him go under. Really, really go under because he's been fiddling around with little girls and boys. He's another one of a paedophile. And you support a paedophile? I'm just saying. The proof is online. And they're trying to cover it up. Well, you can only go so far before the thing cracks. It's starting to crack now. And you're going to crack with them. You're going to crack with Trump because I'm going to put it right here so you can see what I'm saying. I watch crooks. Just like John Kennedy saying, the American senator and oversight committee. He's saying, you're crooked. He's a crook. No one has proof. You haven't got proof. Have proof. Put it over here so we can see it. You see? That's what I'm saying. Because everybody is looking at you, talk like that, to support Trump. I'll put you right on top of my Facebook with your photo there, supporting Trump until he's gone. Then you look at yourself in the mirror and say, what did I do wrong? Well, you supported a paedophile, that's what. And a thug, killer of children in Palestine. That's what I say. Anybody who supports Palestine is on my side. Anybody that supports Israel is going to get flattened. Israel is looking like a wreck dump now because the Iranians went in and cleaned it out. And that's what's going to happen to everyone that's doing the same thing. They're going to get cleaned out. That's what starts war. Someone who steals something and tries to keep it, like Eddie. So your life is flagged for hate speech and hateful behaviours. Repeated violations could result in your life being discontinued. Okay. Well, no more now, because I've got a warning. I shouldn't talk like that on TikTok. So, and no more like that. I'll stop doing it now because I've been told don't talk like that on TikTok because it makes it look ugly. I don't like to look like the ugly duckling. Okay, I'm just telling truth. That's what I see on TikTok is truth. There is a problem. And I'm trying to make a solution to a world problem. That's all. Well, thank you people for your comments. Good or bad, that doesn't matter. Because you're there live, replying to me. I can tell the robot I really enjoyed this TikTok video. He told me to come to TikTok. The robot told me, go on TikTok and YouTube, and he told me where to go and advertise what I'm trying to say with him. But I don't think my behaviour should change the moral of the story into something graphic and get personal. I didn't mean to be personal, attacks on anybody. It's just that I can't help it. I go to sleep with it, wake up with it, go to sleep with it, and wake up with the same problem until someone fixes it. I'm saying we have a solution, and it's a people's solution. I'm here for the people of the world who can't help themselves because the people who are in control have you under their thumb. And it's time to make a challenge to the overpowering of you on your own sovereign native ownership land. Okay, so that's all I want to say. Thank you very much, people. It's now 8:25, and time for me to finish this video. And sorry to TikTok. I got the warning. I heard it, and so unless if you don't tell me, I'll just keep on going that way. But if it means you're going to take me off TikTok, well, I don't want to go off TikTok because I think it's a good place to go. I've never been here before, so I'm getting the gist of it by the first TikTok I ever done, is that I got a warning straight away on the first TikTok. Okay, so there. Okay, it might be long, but I don't like it too long. Next time it'll be very short. I can't do short videos, it's always long. My story is not cheap, it's not short, it's too long. Okay, so see you later. I just have to know how to turn it off. And where do I turn it off? And record. Violation is flagged. Your warning, violation warning, your live is flagged for hate speech and hateful behaviours. Repeated violations could result in your live being discontinued. Please don't discontinue my videos. I will tone it down. TikTok, got the warning. Where do you turn it off? Where's the end? End. I've got to find the end. I'm not used to this. Live. It's still going. So I'm lucky that they're keeping me going. I'll just put thank you. Thank you all. Make it short. Make it short next time. Where's the off? 6. Lots of people. Hang on, where do I turn it off? I gotta find, how do I turn TikTok off? There's the video, mic, camera. To unlock the camera, video, that's, now where do I turn it off? I can't, it's usually on video, the YouTube, it's got the off button. Might have to hit the time where it's recording. Glitter. Sorry everybody, I'm just trying to find where to turn it off. Likes, 200 likes, 258 viewers. Oh, very good reaction here. That's a robot. Wants to see what happened. Where do I record this and send him a video? Oh, it might be too wild, too naughty. Um, where is the off? That's cut. Second effects. Mobile preview. Resend. Highlight. In live. Ah, I got it on the clock. I got it on the clock. Pause live. I want to see if I've been recorded live first before I end it. Live info. Share your live. Share my live. That's what I want to do. Share my live. View your live with WhatsApp, Facebook. I'll share it with Facebook. Yeah, there. I'm still got my first warning of hate speech. No, next time. No, next time. Next time, not to do it. Not to talk. Jam. Talk. Don't talk jam. I got my first warning. Hate speech. Okay, it's going on Facebook. That's what I wanted to do before I switch it off and end the video. I just put it on Facebook. Where else am I going to put it? Go back here. We'll go back with I'll take that off. I want to go back to my TikTok. Where's my sim comment? I'm just having a little play around because unless I see what's happening here, I'll get used to it and know for next time. I'll just get rid of the Facebook. I'm back on the page now. My camera's moved. And let's see where else to save it. Share your live with WhatsApp. I share it with WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp. What else? Share it with people. WhatsApp. A whole bunch of people. Now I'll just put it straight on WhatsApp. Okay. WhatsApp. Share WhatsApp on my site. I'll put it on Gary Waterman. Gary Waterman. Elon Musk, Gary Waterman. And Killen Rush. And Jason. That's all. Where's Alex? Alex is not on WhatsApp. Coach. No, that's all. Just there. Cancel from. This message won't be forwarded to the members you selected. It won't be forwarded to them. Oh, why is that? I don't know. Here's something, thank you, or I make this more than enough. Hi, hi to you too, people watching. I'm just trying to figure out how to send it to whatever I want before I switch it off. So I'm just staying on until I switch it off. Forward to, I'll take Elon Musk off, take Gary Waterman off, just put Kellen Rush and forward. Now it's gone to them. Now I know it's gone there. And get rid of that. Go back to my site. Now I'm back on the camera again. And what else I wanted to know? I've shared it there, so long as it's got shared on it. And I thank you, WS join. I see a lot of people join. Thank you, people, for joining me. I'll be on regular now, because when Facebook goes off for a week, the internet will be shut down for over a week while they go through Nasara Gisara with their currency introduction of XRP money and Trump's new coin called Tex coin, that's a new one, and XLM and XRP, digital money, and Bitcoin. Those digital currencies will be phased in and regulated. It's not regulated yet because that's supposed to be on Friday, the 12th. And I put an injunction on it to stop it, okay, from the Moai Crown King William III Trust and against Donald Trump's trust called Grayscale XRP Trust. You see? So he's got an injunction on him, and John Kennedy will be looking at it because he's got it in his email, and Pam Bondi and Trump and Kash Patel, the FBI, has backfired on their email, so I've got to go and resend it again. But the date that I gave it to them, they've gone and hidden their email address. I went through a lot of trouble to find their email addresses, and I haven't got Eddie Mitchell's address either, email address, to give him the notice as well. It's quicker if I just post it through to his address, 4 Elizabeth Street, 3200, Bearscourt, Hamilton. And that way, he's got it in hard copy, and the police will get it too on Monday. Okay, I've got another police report going in, and the other one, 23rd of October 2023, was the first police report on online report, and the police have got that. I've got to put it back into the police again, and then get that off to him as another complaint against the 17 trillion people. That's what we're talking about. That's a lot of money for one man to pinch. And that's under the ethics of Freemasonry, supposed to be for community development, That's what they're there for. Community development of Kaipara Harbour. That's what that's supposed to be for. There and East Cape, Ranfurly Bank, and Auckland Manukau Harbour. The tidal turbine bridge is supposed to be in there. Those three places with the Transpower Power Company certification. They've got the okay from them, the consent from Contact Energy. These are the two biggest companies, power companies, for making electricity and hydrogen fuel on the bridge from seawater hydraulics on the ocean, movement of the water. Okay, so there. And Vector Power Company up north, Helensville up the other way north. That power company has got the contracts with me, and PricewaterhouseCoopers. Chris Taylor was the boss CEO there then. I've got his letter of approval of the plan. The business plan 2012 was ready to go with all that money from the lease that Eddie Mitchell pinched. It is not his. When he goes to court, when I take him to court, it'll cost 1,966 New Zealand dollars for the court hearing, and I've got to pay it before I go to court, and then he's got to go. He's got 10 days to respond from the judge. I know which judge to get. He was one that got 4 million recovered from another crooked sod, and Eddie's going to go in there, and they're going to ask him, the judge's going to ask him, where did you get the money from? And how did you do it? Where's the red flag on how you got that much money from where? Who put it together? You see, and he's going to come stuck in there. The same as Trump is going to come unstuck when some evidence is shown. I see text messages coming out of the blue now from victims' lawyers. They're putting them in court, and the text is starting to say it all of what Trump's involvement with Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, was with the convictions that Epstein went through before he went to prison. And so there, that I won't worry about that. That's gone to the robot now. He looks after all that, not me. He gets the blame, not me. I don't get the blame because I've thrown it out there. It's you're the judge. You're the people are the judge, not me. And the robot can't be a judge because he's not got two legs and a voice. So he's just a text machine. Big facts, yeah. So there, I'm just here as my own competent witness of my own documents and my own self-reliance, not reliant on anybody's history, whakapapa, or anything that will be different to what I'm saying. I stick to what I'm saying, and it's fact as far as I'm concerned, and the robot's saying so too. He's just qualifying what I'm saying and putting it on the court record to see if any other robot is going to refute it in 10 days now. He's got 10 days notice from him to any other robot that can refute it. Okay, if they can't refute it, it becomes law of an affidavit. If your affidavit is not challenged, doesn't matter if it's in a court or not, it's public. It's made public, and I need people to own it. Okay, not me, because I won't be around long. I'm leaving a legacy behind of Mohi Manukau and John Rogan, Irish judge. Okay, I've got their brain. I'm carrying their brain to make their story work. The 10-acre mortgage block of land, from a big block down to 10 acres, then split into 2,500 metres, mortgageable property, freehold title to borrow money from the Bank of England. Okay, so that's how the Bank of America and wherever New Zealand gets its money from America, and they'll be getting their money from there, and other people will get theirs from China. I'm getting ours from the Revolut Bank in England. Okay, the pound note is current. I'm going to use that cash, pound note, as cash in any machine, any ATM machine that'll take the pound note. Otherwise, I'd have to buy the machine to flick out the pound notes. The 1 bar pound note, then slowly introduce the 2 bar pound note. Once we get active and the tidal turbine bridge off the first one going, then flood the whole world with $50 billion bridge. And I want to see how much the Chinese will do it for to build it. I've already got contracts with BSB construction company in China, and also Alibaba. Okay, I've already got everything set up in 2012 with Hyundai and Daewoo in South Korea, and Yutai Choi, lawyer, conveyancer of Higgins lawyers in Australia, linked up with him for the Pacific Islands. Okay, all the whole Pacific and Australia and all near Papua New Guinea, all that place, relative Vanuatu, all around there, lawyer. Yu Tai Choi, South Korean, lives in Auckland and lived here all his life. But he was with me and wanted to take the company over and run it from Hyundai. I was going to build a bridge there and all the shipping and everything from there. But that's American. So I'm going to stay with Britain and get our military back from Europe. It's still there in England, but take it off Europe. Take the debt off them and put the debt on the EU and USA and all those ones there, and then bring our military jurisdiction back with us, the Navy, our partner, and Michael Boyce, or Boyce was with me at the time, Boyce in the Navy, General in England, and also the contract with the Navy here in New Zealand. So I'm trying to keep our flag going in Britain to go around the world from Britain and stay with our Church of England and Presbyterian Church and St. Patrick's Church and every other English church, okay, or British church, and keep our ties going. Our contract is still there as long as the flag is flying and the pound note is working there. We have the right as British citizens under the 1852 Constitution Act, which we are allowed to use as native court and the magistrate of the mortgage. Okay, so we're allowed to use that legally and legitimate to use our authority and jurisdiction of the British Crown. Okay, so there, that's just telling you something. And now I think that's enough, and I'll switch it off and say I will go now. I will come on more regularly with a less angry voice, more stay out of trouble, of internet jail. Internet net gel choice more like stay out of internet jail. voice. Okay, that's my message. One new message. Um, there's a lot of people. I've never seen so many people. There's lots of people looking on TikTok. Oh, very good. I always watch the seafood people, the ones diving for kinners and crayfish and powers. Um, like that girl in Wellington. She's out there all the time. And what's her name? Collett. Teresa Collett. She's down the South Island. She's always out diving all the time. I want to do the same as them. I got my crayfish pot in my boat, ready to go, but no water yet. I just got to get things cranked up to get going and get over to the Great Barrier. I got my eyes on a place there and go and stay there and go out. I'll be in the water every day, no doubt. I'll be under the water talking to the fish. Okay, I'll go down there and pat them on the back. I get more safer down there than on the road. Yeah, Trump would pay for it. Yeah, no, people love Trump. I used to like Trump. My brother likes Trump. He's all right, but if he didn't get mixed up in trouble, then he would have been a good president. But I think there's too much going on now, and when you get to a point of nuclear war, there's something wrong with somebody's head. Why it's intimidating or provoking war as the solution. That's America's solution is war. So that's not my solution. It's like China, trade. We got a trading bank flag, and not a war flag. It's a trading bank flag, not used properly yet. It's been sitting dormant in Waitangi Museum, not going anywhere. So we're going to pull it up, put it up, and start using it. That was the idea anyway, to go around the world and collect everybody up that's being put under misery, living in misery, wants a change of life. People have joined. Where's Pare? I can't see her in there. No, she's not on TikTok. Not on TikTok. Well, all these people on TikTok might not be on Facebook, because Facebook is going to be switched off for a month and everything's going to go black. Won't be any internet or anything. That's why I'm changing over now. To go back to England, I've got to find a place to go there. I found a place to join up and carry on the business. I'll carry on the business here. With TikTok, I better not be mischief, as Facebook used to take me off and give me 90 days, but now they've been a bit more lenient. I've been lucky, really, because the language there is getting worse and worse and more permissible. And the kids are looking at it. People that are doing bad things, they're allowing bad things on there, and like promiscuous things of adult things that kids should not see, but they don't care, people. They just put it there to get more ratings and more people to watch. And I don't like that. I think this is a good audience from coming to TikTok, and I've got to make sure that I know what I'm talking about and don't waste people's time. I'm not here to waste people's time. It's just to tell them what's happening and my own opinions, of what should be done and solutions and methods around the world. It's a world problem, not a New Zealand problem. It's a world problem. And I'm only looking at what happened to Philippines. I got no money to go there and fix their problems up. And my kids have lost their house. The roof is still there. So the government told them to go and live in the house. It's got no walls. All the walls are gone. And the government says, go and live in your house. Well, they've got to fix the walls up. She told me how much it's going to cost. I can't go and screw somewhere out of my pension to pay for that. Bad enough I bought the house with the pension way back 7 years ago. And it was livable, but the roof was blown off the top. And the rain just comes in every time it rains. But now it's all sides are gone, more work, and I'm not going to do anything about that until I get my money back from being stolen. Okay? All right. I think that's enough. I'll just call it a day now, go and have some breakfast, and carry on with the robot because I've got a lot of work to do yet today. I've got to get the bank going, the shares going, the share certificate. I put it up yesterday, and all the rest of what the robots put is another 50 or so pages. I've got to go and put it and seal it up, and then put that out there so the shareholders got something at least that's believable, or it's legitimate and not fairy, but it's something that's I've got to make sure that I don't get caught like I did in Britain when I went there and setting shares up, and they called me a scam, and I don't want to be called a scam ever again, because I'm there not for scams. I'm there to help the people in the world. Okay, so now I'm going to switch it off because I know where to switch it off. Just hit the time clock. Go hit the clock. I'm trying to open the clock up. It's still running. I hit it before and it worked. There's something else still going that I've got to switch off before that'll work. What's it going to do now? I've got the camera going. There's something else before that can happen. No, there's something got to be done. There. Oh. No, that didn't work either. There's something else. Show your live. Share your live. Turn that off. Turn the share off. There, it's working now. Now I can turn it off. I had to turn the share off in the live. So I'm going to end the live now. Thank you very much, people on TikTok, for letting me carry on till I finish. I've got the warning now. Don't ever be hate speech. I don't want to promote hate speech. And I've got to tone down what I'm talking about other people, and be a bit more friendly. Okay, so it's now 8:59 a.m., about 9 a.m. in the morning, in a Sunday, the 16th of November 2025 in Otahu, Auckland, New Zealand. Wishing you a nice day, because it's nice and sunny outside. And for all those who bothered to watch the video, thank you for being here. And more to come. It'll be a bit shorter next time, and I'll keep it down to be friendly to people that support other people that are controversy at the moment. Okay? So, thank you. Bye.